It's important for the public and the members of the General Assembly to understand the ramifications if these facilities close. First, while our department says employees will receive a job at another facility, it's not always as easy as it sounds.
Pay taxes. They want to get rid of them. Where's the President of the United States? He's not fighting for us. He told in LA, he told the union, hurry up and get a contract. That's the mentality they have. They don't even know what the hell they're doing today. Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to save everybody's job when it comes to the ILA and to all the unions around the world, because we're going to fight it with that alliance. I'll shut them down throughout the world to prove that we can beat them.
Travel 1 hour, one way for a job. Gas isn't exactly cheap these days, so do the math. Our members, dedicated public servants who risk their lives on a daily basis, will now have to spend 2 hours in a car each day away from their families. Their financial...
The everyday American, the farmers that need to reach the export market.
Listen, now you start to realize who the longshoremen are, right?
Nobody cares.
People never gave a shit about us until now, when they finally realized that the chain is being broke now. Cars won't come in. Food won't come in. Clothing won't come in. You know how many people depend on our jobs? Half the world. And it's time for them and time for Washington to put so much pressure on them to take care of us, because we took care of them. And we're here 135 years and brought them where they are today, and they don't want to share.
It's actually impossible for small towns to replace a facility that employs close to 500 people. Simply put, these decisions are devastating to the communities the Commonwealth is choosing to abandon. I have to tell you, I'm also worried about the safety of my members if these facilities are closed.
It's changing into the future. They're not making millions no more. They're making billions. And they're spending it fast as they make it. I want a piece of that for my men, because when they made their most money was during COVID.
Including 11 that were over 100. Today, violence has dropped in part because the prison population is spread out more evenly. Last year, only half of all prisons were over 90% capacity, and only 4 were over 100%. And Secretary Harry's recent appropriations committee...
Looking for $5 across the board for 6 years. And I'm going to fight for it. Because those greedy companies are making billions of dollars, and they don't want to share.
Lessons learned from 2018 and 19 are now being forgotten. Closing these facilities will create a potential powder keg of trouble that many of us have hoped was a relic of the past.
These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are.
And counting. The committee also examined 3 properties that sat vacant for years before being torn down. The state spent more than $115 million maintaining the Harrisburg State Hospital, Allentown State Hospital, and SCI Pittsburgh.
What will it take to get you back into negotiations? What do you want to hear?
Okay, you want to hear it? $5 across the board for 6 years. I want all my container royalty, 50-50 split. It all comes back to the ILA where it used to be. What was the other one?
Absolutely no automation.
And automation, stronger language. To get me back to the table. If I don't get that, I'm not coming back to the table. And if we have to be out here a month or 2 months, this world will collapse. Don't blame them. Don't blame me. Blame them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this proposal by the Department of Corrections is bad for our members' safety and their quality of life.
Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And in today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.